Hello, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, Darren Gerardo, and our topic today will be a trade from the NBA trade deadline that only occurred a couple weeks ago. The trade that we'll be talking about today is the Memphis Grizzlies Miami Heat trade. Let's first talk about what each team received. The Miami Heat received Solomon Hill, who is averaging 5.7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in 19 minutes per game in 48 games this year. Jay Crowder, who's averaging 10.4 points, 6.2 rebounds, 2.7 assists in 29 minutes in 45 games this year. And Andre Iguodala, who's averaging 4.3 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2.3 assists in 21 minutes in 3 games this year. Let's move on to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies received Justice Winslow, who is averaging 11.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 4 assists in 32 minutes and 11 games this year. The Memphis Grizzlies also received Dion Waiters, who was later waived due to they didn't like their attitude. They also got James Johnson, who was later flipped for Gorgui Dieng, who was averaging 7.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists in 17 minutes in 46 games this year. I personally like this trade because it is a win-win trade for both teams. It's a win for the Miami Heat because they overall improved their perimeter defense. They get a pretty good playoff defender in Andre Iguodala and a nice three-point shooter in Jay Crowder. On top of that, a young Heat team gets leadership and veteran presence in the locker room, which they only had in Jimmy Butler. This is a win for the Memphis Grizzlies team because they gained a veteran backup center, which they were lacking this year. They were forced to play rookie Brandon Clarke as a small ball center this year, which is putting him out of his best position at power forward. On top of that, the Grizzlies add to a cheap young core of Grayson Allen, who is 24 years old, Kyle Anderson, who is 26 years old, Jordan Bell, who is 25 years old, Dillon Brooks, who is 24 years old, Brandon Clarke, who is 23 years old, Marko Guduric, who is 24 years old, Josh Jackson, who is 23 years old, Jaren Jackson Jr., who is 20 years old, Tyus Jones, who is 23 years old, John Konchar, who is 23 years old, De'Anthony Melton, who is 21 years old, Ja Morant, who is 20 years old, Jonas Valanciunas, who is 27 years old, and Yuta Watanabe, who is 25 years old. Thank you guys for tuning into my take on the Miami Heat and Memphis Grizzlies trade. This is Darren Gerardo signing off, and see you guys next time.